To this a suggestion via a donation. The name of the song is Rich Man's World. This is coming from the artist Immortal Technique. Let's go and jump into it, guys.
You get up and howl about America and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy.
Okay.
We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies. The world is a college of corporations.
Well
inexorably
said.
Determined by the immutable bylaws of business.
Yeah, guys. I mean, listen, we've gotten to the point where, like, we haven't even gotten into the song yet, firstly, but we've gotten to the point where we do kind of move around thinking laws are laws when they're actually just corporate policies, basically set in place by whatever jurisdiction you're currently living in. Let's just say this here. Most of the things that police basically stop you for, or or happen throughout the day where you're encountering these ridiculous, sometimes corporate policies that do not have anything to do with the U.S. Constitution, right? The laws specifically that the police officers basically, they adhere to, they take a pledge to. Yeah. The world is a college of corporations. Yeah. Absolutely. Listen to me.
Determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business. And I have chosen you to preach this evangel.
Okay.
For all my free market healthcare robbing, stock stealing, retirement fund fucking with niggas. Fuck you little credit card scam and jewelry stealing, crack selling, liquor store robbing motherfuckers. Shout to the homies, Carnegie, OG, Willie Randolph Hearst, Baruch, Rockefeller, the real Rockefeller, my main bitch Leona, pour out a little Louis the 13th, Scott Rothstein, Jack Abramoff, hold your head, my Rothschild niggas, let's get this money.
Okay.
From a day pepper in America overseas, pension for the workers, nigga please, embezzlement, etiquette, private settlement, I'm better with Confederate rhetoric from my mansion in Connecticut, foreclose of it, close out the tenement, I twist words like a speech impediment, I hope you got good credit, bitch, if not, better get a new job with benefits, while I play golf with niggas and get cheddar with, new money buys brand new carrots, my old money bunch of great grandparents, you got grills in your mouth, I ain't mad at you, I own every gold mine in South Africa.
Okay.
Baby, you made me a billion. Plus, I own a building. But each one of my children's children, that's the shit. Snort coke in the whip, Miss USA sucking my dick. Yeah, what? Fuck the law, cause real jailers for suckers. I go to country club prison, you dumb motherfuckers. I am the 1%.
Hold on. Okay. So, okay. So obviously he's coming from the perspective of legitimately the 1%. And we're not talking about like the regular 1% because guys, even the poorest Americans are generally super rich compared to the rest of the world. We're here for that, right? We understand this, hopefully, right? Just because you're broke in America, that just means you're in America. If that makes any sense. But either way, let's continue.
Fucking bitch, yeah. You know my CEO corporate steez. Please overthrow governments overseas in a breeze. Politicians in my pockets for a few hundred G's. So if I'm ever in court, my assets are never free.
Hold on, let me see. What kind of financial advice are you giving right here? You know, my CEO corporate steez. Okay. Overthrow the government. Okay. Overseas in a breeze. So, okay. Politicians in my pocket for a few hundred G's. So if I'm ever in court, my assets will never freeze. Okay. I mean, I think your assets still have the ability to freeze. The goal should be, I don't want to give advice here, but the goal should absolutely be separating your assets from yourself in the first place. So if you get sued, it doesn't matter because you have no assets. That's why shell companies exist, for example here. But okay, yeah. Listen, CEOs and corporations, the people that head corporations, absolutely have the understanding or financial literacy to kind of get their way out of a lot of things here. The concept of paying politicians in this instance here really doesn't matter much like that, right? It matters to a certain extent if you're trying to do like big overseas type of movements, I guess, potentially, right? But this doesn't have anything to do with his assets not being frozen. It just means that generally a CEO or CFO or COO, et cetera, these individuals would have their assets in some type of trust, irrevocable irrevocable or revocable trust. You mentioned the Rothschilds earlier, and the Rockefellers. They basically move underneath the irrevocable or revocable trust. They have been, and they consistently still do, right? So their assets themselves, just because you see them driving this crazy car or this crazy mansion, guess what? You can't do. You can't sue them for it because they don't own it, right? Either way.
So if I'm ever in court, my assets are never free. I got a job and a house and a bank account. When I'm out, I doubt that's something you could say. And if not, then a fake death like Kenneth Lade. Make money every day, the world burns on its access. While y'all struggling to pay taxes, I'm getting my money the fastest. Memos and faxes, shredded up documents, slush funds through the corrupt continents. But they don't want me indicted, cause they don't want my dirty laundry aired when I fight it. Don't get my lawyers excited, cause what good is a law if you can't rewrite it? I got CIA traitors, dictators, so fuck y'all whistleblowers and haters. Shit. I'll invest money from Al-Qaeda in the bank, 9/11 widows go too late to capitalism's who I pray to. Fuck the state of the world. Money talks, so what the fuck I need to say to your girl? I don't pay him the fuck, I pay him the lead.
Jeez.
You know my CEO corporate steez, greed. I treat countries like the IMF, down on your knees. Real gangsters run the world, fuck what you believe. I cut down the forest while y'all niggas burning some trees. I get your family murdered for a couple of G's. Cause your working class money ain't fucking with me. You think rappers are rich cause of songs you heard? My labels make some money and have it rap the fucking word. Yacht in the ocean coasting with the sails out. Hey America,
right.
Thanks for the bailouts. I made off like the Banco Ambrosiano. Got away scot-free like El Vaticano. Activists get mad at me cause I'm a tax-free charity. 80% to the staff and company and 20% to the homeless and hungry. The country gotta pay the Fed Reserve. Kick back to the banksters, haven't you learned? You protest
right.
cops and patrols on the street, but I bought City Hall so I own the police. Email, Facebook, and the shit you tweet. Or the phone companies so I heard you speaking. My suggestion is no correction, no election, sex with no affection, no invention to benefit the world. A man will exist till I got the money in my hand. World Bank, interest rate, damn rate on the spot. But I'm a gangster, you gon' take my money like it or not, nigga. I got your country in my...
Okay, listen. This is how you know someone is rapping about something that they may not be specifically living. Okay, hear me out now here. Firstly, no one is accessing any type of quote-unquote World Bank. If you're going to attempt to borrow large quantities of money, it's definitely going to be from Japan because they have the lowest interest rate. But let's continue.
Pocket, motherfucker! You know my CEO Masonic steez, cheese. Only little people pay all these taxes and fees.
Right,
Since you were born,
generally.
we controlled what you watch and you read. And pretty soon we're gonna own the fucking air that you breathe. I take what I want, fucker. I don't have to say please. I convince you that it's good for you. Take it and leave. You think presidents are the face of a nation?
No.
I put 'em all
Hopefully
way
you don't
off.
think
End
that.
of conversation.
Okay, guys, listen. This is absolutely genius. Like, I love things like this. Generally, when you guys send me things from Immortal Technique, they're intriguing because they're coming from like someone who's like tired of things, right? If that makes any sense here. Listen, there are people like a lot of these CEOs, absolutely, in fact, who do a lot of. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of all over the place with this here, guys. Listen. So I had a corporation. Like, I'm the CEO. I'm the president. I'm the CEO of my corporation, right? So I understand how like all the things that he's talking about, but like not everyone is doing that type of level. You get what I'm saying here? You understand? So not every single person that is a CEO or like the president of sorts, guys, right? Is living through this or even going through these things or doing these things here. Now, in terms of the taxes, he did state something intriguing here. My CEO, Masonic Steez, cheese, little people pay all the taxes and fees. Yeah, absolutely. They do. Is that a good thing? No. I mean, I think the people that have the most funds should have the ability to pay. Obviously, their fair share. Let's just say this here, but generally they do. Right? That's not a thing, because guys, your tax bill can be millions of dollars. All right, the average person is not paying it. They're paying like maybe like $3,000-4,000 a year, type of thing. Versus the other people, they are paying their fair share, right? But I do think that the people that are below a certain number, I would personally say 70. I would say if you make less than 70, you should definitely pay a lot less taxes, because I do think that they need the money more so than someone making, $3-4 million a year, guys. I do think that that's a reality. At least they need the money more, even though the other person, if they're making that type of money, then most likely they've already gone through the process of making 70 and they've figured out a way to make more. If that makes any sense here, right? Now, in terms of taxes, though, rich people don't pay taxes. Not like that. They do, but they don't, right? Like your goal at the end of the year, your goal at the end of the year. Do I even want to say this? Your goal at the end of the year is to make as little money as humanly possible. That's it. That's your goal. Running a corporation or like a set of LLCs, specifically regular standard companies in America. Your goal should be to make as little money as humanly possible. Don't buy property, these type of things. Don't stay away. Basically, stay away from things that are depreciating. If that makes any sense, because your first year is going to be, you're going to get hit hard with taxes, guys. Specifically because they're not going to allow you to instantly claim that specific thing that you just purchased for $200,000 as an immediate asset that's going to help your taxes. Not really. So you want to stay away from those type of things that you have to worry about depreciation, and worry about the things that are actually, kind of big ticket purchases for the company itself. And how they basically do this is they say, okay, listen, let's say your company makes 200. I'm just going to break it down, guys. I'm gonna break it down. Let's say your company makes $200,000 and then you take a salary from your company through a payroll company, let's say, and you take $50,000. You want to make sure you're not making a lot of money, because who wants to make a lot of money? Except for the people who are not making money. Those are the people. That's how it normally works here. I think the industry standard, it would be beautiful. Let's say if you run a company and you can claim $50 a year, that'd be amazing. You pay taxes on $50. My company made $200,000. That's not my problem. All right. I also spent $199,950. So how could you tax me on money that I don't have? But they spent it. That's how they do it, by the way. That's how they do it, if you want to know. Like, if your company makes $200,000, you spend $199,950, and then you pay yourself $50, let's say, and then you can only technically be taxed through W-2 on your $50, because your company only made $50. So how are you going to tax me on money that I don't have? But what did you do with the other $199? You most likely spent that on all your daily things. Right? That's how they did it. That's how they do it. That's how they do that play, basically. All of their bills are paid for by the company. Let's say all their cars are paid for by the company. Their travel, vacations, all these things are paid for by the company. Okay. And then at the end of the year, how much money did your company make? $50. But I don't understand. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to give too many like specifics on how they do it, because I don't want people to know it if they don't know it. Right. But it's all a game, guys. All right. The rich people, super rich people, will always find a way, because the game is there. They're probably taught it from young. I was taught taxes specifically when I was probably like 13, bro. Taxes, credit, IRAs, SEP IRAs. I was taught to basically be financially independent and understand all of the financial packages that kind of require to like make your first million and things like that, guys. I was taught that young, really young. But I'm not trying to give any like financial advice here, things, but I'm telling you, that's how these super rich people do it. Okay. If you wanted to know, that's how they do it. It's legal. It's not illegal. So if that's a problem, I would say go to Congress and fix that. But if you do that, then all the super rich people who are making actual money in the United States of America are just going to leave and go to a safe haven. Andorra, Monaco. Guys, they're leaving. They're leaving immediately. Tax them higher, or close all the tax loopholes. They're leaving. Like they're gonna spend more than 6.5 months, let's say, in a foreign nation where with no income tax, specifically Dubai, even, right? They're leaving, guys. All right. And as soon as when the rich people leave, the standard of living is going to shoot down. But all right. Listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I will catch you guys later.